Okay, so welcome to our presentation. So today we're going to show you our application, and basically it's a tic-tac-toe game with a chat feature. Originally it was supposed to be multiplayer, but we didn't get to that. But I'm going to be showing you the parts that we did get to. So first I'm going to show you a demo of our application. Then I'm going to show you how to build the application from the zip file submitted to Canvas. And then I'm going to show you how to run the application. And then we're going to go over the code and I'll show you how the code works and how our overall architecture is designed. Okay, the only thing we didn't get to is the server. That's the only part I'm not going to be showing you because it doesn't work. Yeah, so we made a tic-tac-toe game and I'm gonna run it inside of Windows first. Okay, so this is the startup screen. Here you can put in an IP address. Like it doesn't, we don't have the server set up, but if we did, you would put something like this. Okay, and then your port number and click on multiplayer. But we don't have this set up, so we're just gonna go with single player. So this is what it looks like on Windows. Yeah, so you just press these buttons and all right. So yeah, so you can see it works, and we also have a chat bot. And yeah, so and yeah, so we have our chat bot. If we had the server, if we were able to do the server networking part of our application, then we could have had it so that the player could chat with the other player. But yeah, this is how it looks on Windows. So we're gonna go on Mac OS. Our application doesn't look as nice in Windows, so I'm gonna run it on Mac OS. It looks much nicer on here. Okay, so yeah, we're back to the startup screen. All right, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna click single player because our multiplayer, we didn't get to that yet, and we're gonna play against the computer. Okay, so you could see how we have three layers here, and these kind of correspond to this game right here, this physical game. So this first row would be layer 1, the middle would be layer 2, and the back one would be layer 3. All right, so here you could type something into the chatbot. So we're gonna type, I don't know, and the bot will respond and everything. So we can play the game. All right, so if you lose, what it does is, so we can see right here that there's 3 in a row, so we lost the game, and it'll give you a pop-up message saying you lost. All right, so next I'm going to show you how to build the application. All right, so you got to go into you're going to get a zip file, PTT3D, okay, and drag and drop into somewhere, doesn't matter. Okay, once you extract the zip file, you're gonna have these files in there. We already put a jar file that you can run if you want to, but if you want to build from source, we're using Maven for our build system. So you're gonna go into you're gonna make sure you're in this directory where the pom.xml is. All right, so you're gonna be in that directory. Then you're gonna do mvn space and then package. Okay, so there's gonna be a target directory. You're gonna open that, and in there's gonna be there's 2 files. Yeah, so in here you'll see 2 files. So this one does not include the libraries needed to run the program, and this one Maven puts the libraries into the jar file. So you can run that, and you can play the game, use the chat bot, everything works. Yeah, so we can keep playing. If you win, then it does the same exact thing. It tells you that you won. Our algorithm is not that fancy, pretty much it just picks a random spot, and yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, and at the top we have our win, loss, and tie counter. So we've won 3 times, lost 2 times, and 0 ties. And then you could put some more stuff in the chat. And the bot pretty much is like one of 3 responses. I'll show you in the code later. Yeah, so our program has a little bug where as you're typing, this button goes to the side for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it, but yeah. Okay, so that's the demo. Let's go over the code a little bit. So this is our main, and basically doesn't really do much. It initializes the settings, so it loads the settings into memory from the settings file. Okay, so we have a settings.json right here, which is managed by our settings manager class, which I forgot to put Java docs in, but that's okay. Yeah, so this is a singleton pattern. Okay, so let's go to our application. Okay, so this is our application, and it's also a singleton pattern because you don't need multiple instances of the application. So what it does is it initializes the start screen. Okay, so this screen right here, so that's what this is, right? And then from the main window, we press one of these buttons, and the controller class tells the app that we want to try one of these types of games. So the way we implemented our model view controller is a template pattern. So we have 3 abstract classes. So abstract class, model, view, and controller. And the model, it doesn't really do anything except store information. We have this data structures variable, and what that does is it stores various pieces of information that is used by the view to show what it needs to show in the UI. So there's not much here. So set data, when you set the data, what it will do is it will update the data structure, and also it will notify the views with this UUID. So we're using UUIDs to identify the components in the view. Okay, so this is our view. The way our view works is it has a bunch of update methods. So each component, the view, has its own way of updating. We have an interface, updater interface. When the user clicks something in the view, is going to notify this registered controller. Then we have an update element. So we discussed that's the update element, and it's going to update the element corresponding to this UUID. Okay, and this is a refresh view. I don't think we use this. If we did, I don't know where we used it. I forgot. This is yeah. Okay. Okay, so how does our view work? Okay, this is how the view interacts with the controller. So we have a UUID action event, right? So this is sent to the controller, right? Then the handle method in the controller puts it in the event buffer. That way, if the user is spamming the button really fast, the program can just keep up with it. It's not gonna, it doesn't need to wait for other things to happen. It just goes into the buffer. When the handler inside of the controller is ready, it will just check the queue. Hey, is there anything in there? Yes. Okay. It will find the handler corresponding to it, and it will execute it, and then it will do whatever it needs to do. And also, this is how it updates elements. So like we mentioned, it has an updater interface. Yeah, so each element inside of the view has a update method, okay? And then when the model updates, it just gets called this update method, and it repaints the view. This win-loss tie counter you saw, okay? So how does that work? We have an updater interface. Object is put in the update methods, right, with its corresponding UUID. When the model notifies the view, hey, this UUID needs to update, the view will call the update method for this element that we define here using the updater interface, and then it will do whatever it needs to do. So each component of the view has its own way of updating on its own without interacting with any other elements outside of it. Okay, so hope you enjoyed our presentation. Please give us a good grade. Thank you.